Hi, everybody. Ron Placone here. Students at the University of Texas at Austin are rallying to have a Jefferson Davis statue removed from the campus. Students are saying that this symbolizes an ugly thing in history. This symbolizes an okay with slavery and stuff like that. They think that that could be antagonizing to many students on campus. They think that that's offensive, and they don't want it on their campus anymore. Now, one could make the argument, and at times this has been utilized, that the purpose of a statue isn't always honoring something, that sometimes the purpose of a statue is to educate or is to draw up questions or is to drum up certain responses other than honoring something. But let's be real here. In the progressive, free thinking state that is Texas, most of the stuff having to do with the Confederacy is out of honor. It is to honor that group of ideas. That's usually what's going on. Even though a free thinking place would describe the University of Texas at Austin and Austin as a city generally, it's still in the state of Texas, and that is a site honoring the Confederate. In fact, recently there's been an increase in sites honoring the Confederacy, thanks in part to a group called Sons of Confederate Veterans in Texas. And here's a quote from their spokesman, Marshall Davis. I don't think we're trying to put up stuff just to put up stuff. Well, what's your other reason? I mean, what is it? Hey, there's this stuff that we like, and we don't really care how it makes anyone else feel. That's what we're dealing with. And here's a nice quote here. We don't want to impede anyone else from honoring their heroes. We would like to honor our heroes with the same consideration, tolerance, and diversity. Consideration, tolerance, and diversity. Wasn't that what the Confederacy was about? I mean, that's the first thing that comes to most people's mind. Consideration, tolerance, and diversity. Look, here, I have the solution right now to solve this problem. And this message is for Mr. Davis and for everyone at the Sons of Confederate Veterans in Texas and elsewhere. Here is the solution. Take a lesson out of my book here. Don't have heroes. You shouldn't have heroes. And so most importantly, heroes should not be people that you never met before. You never met Jefferson Davis. That was before your time. Believe me, I'm sure of that one. It was before you were born. Why would you consider someone a hero that you never even met before? That person might have done some not okay things in their life. They might have done like really bad things, like, I don't know, defend slavery, something like that. I don't know. Maybe they did some not okay things. So why would you have a hero unless it's someone you knew? If I had to pick a hero, I would pick my grandfather. I wouldn't pick some person in history because I didn't meet that person. I didn't know that person. I can't say firsthand that that person is worthy of being a hero. You can be inspired by people, literary people I like, musicians I like, artists I like, whatever. I'm inspired by their work. I find it inspirational. I like what they do. I wouldn't consider them a hero, and I'm not sure how you could be inspired by Jefferson Davis, since in the Civil War, the Confederacy didn't do all that well. I know some people would argue otherwise, but to those people, I say, it's going to be okay. Don't think too hard. It's going to be all right. So that being said, sites like these, I just don't see the point. Why are these your heroes? Why would you have these types of heroes? Why would you have heroes in general when it's someone you've never met before? This is kind of unnecessary. And yes, you can say all you want about history and this and that, but no, that is a symbol. The Confederate flag, acknowledging the Confederacy. There is the ugly arching head of slavery that is very heavily involved with that. So yes, it is a totally exclusionary measure, and it is, quite frankly, a racist measure. So it does not belong on a college campus, especially not a campus as big and diverse as University of Texas at Austin. So I think these students are doing the right thing. I think that they have a good cause. And quite frankly, with some of the stuff you've seen in higher education recently, even if you don't agree with these students, or especially if you do, it should make you feel a little good that students are being politically active. When you see these video clips of students that don't know basic history, that don't know basic lessons, and you see kind of the wave of apathy growing, but there are still a lot of college kids that are very politically minded and are very much engaged, and that's always refreshing to see. Every time I see something like that in the news, I'm inspired. Now, they're not my heroes. I didn't meet any of these students, but I am inspired that they're politically active, that they're taking an interest in their campus community. And in this particular case, I think these students are right on. This is Ron Placone signing out.